Okay, so let's get into it. So, what made you get the course in the first place? There's a million different courses out there teaching you all these different ways to generate income online. Why did you get
Mhm.
mine?
Well, I was looking at different options of getting into some form of work from home kind of career or job, something to do on the side. And looking at your program, you seemed very authentic and genuine in what you were presenting. You were very realistic in like, hey, this is what you can expect with things. I'm not going to make any empty promises. And then the entry was like, it was like I think it was like 60 or $67. So it wasn't something ridiculous. It wasn't like $500 or $1,500 or something. $67. Sure, you learn something cool. If it works out, great. If not, well, for the value of like what I would learn, I thought it was fair enough of an investment.
100%, yeah, that makes complete sense. And so after you did join, after you purchased the course, um, what did you think? What did you think about it? What did you think about working with me?
I thought it was really well organized. I really enjoyed. Well, I mean, obviously, I kind of bought into the personal mentorship with you. So I really enjoyed kind of the weekly calls. Um, I know unfortunately I wasn't able to make all of them, but I did like the option of being able to listen to and review them after if I wasn't able to attend the live call.
Yep.
So between those two things, the structure of how things went, and then the regular weekly calls and the practices that we all got, both were like really well structured and really like phenomenal work.
Awesome, man. Good to hear. You're actually one of the only students, one of the few students that has already reached the end of the program. Do you
Mhm.
remember how much time it took you roughly from the point you joined initially, just the course, to
Yeah.
the where you got this job that you currently have?
So I believe I joined like end of May, beginning of June timeframe. I think it was beginning of June.
Uh-huh.
And then I started putting applications out in like end of October, beginning of November. And then I did not land my job with Ty until very end of December.
Okay, cool. So that was about
About
6, 7 months.
2 months. Yeah, 2.5 months worth of looking for jobs and gigs and all.
Yeah, yeah, that's about the time frame that I think is most realistic. And it's because I mean I definitely remember you were putting in the work. You weren't one of the ones that wasn't doing anything. You were doing the challenges every week. You were asking questions, so that definitely played a role in it. So what advice would you have for people that are just about either just join the program or just about to join so that they also can get to the point where they can get a job themselves.
No, my advice would be definitely just like listen to the advice that you have within the program, whether you buy the personal mentorship or not. There were so many tidbits that I like listened to it for the first time. Okay, great. But then go back and listen to your information again or the videos second or third time. And then I was like, oh, there's that little tidbit or that's the little note I missed. So rewatch everything two or three times because there's a lot of information. And when you put everything all together, it was very streamlined in my process of the interviews and actually presenting myself professionally for companies.
Yeah, and I'm glad that you mentioned that because it is, I keep re-emphasizing this. It's really important for you to not try to rush the learning and like really watch lessons multiple times, especially like a job like media buying. If you miss one thing on
Mm.
one and you move on to the next one, it's going to be so confusing if you miss like one important thing. So I'm glad you said that. Now, what would you say to people that haven't joined? They've seen the course, they've learned about it, but they're skeptical. Some of them might even think it's a scam, that it's too good to be true. Some of them are just on the fence. What would you say to those people?
Well, kind of like what I said at the very beginning there, you're very genuine and real with what you teach and what to expect. You're not making insane expectations of like, oh, you're going to make six figures in your first 6 months, anything like that. And it's not like a get rich quick scheme kind of thing. Like for me, this is definitely like I'm not at that point of thinking it's like a my next career, right? I'm not transitioning from working where I work now to this being a full time job, but it is a great like side gig, side hustle for myself. And again, with the investment of like getting in of $67 is not a lot. It's
Yeah.
realistically, I mean, with a lot of other programs, minimum being usually around $300 to $500. $67 to go in and just at least learn the industry, even if you don't get into it, you at least know about it. You know how to do it. I think it's fair overall.
Awesome, man. Awesome. Thank you so much. All
No
right.
worries, man.